So, question: what is y'all's takes on energy drinks? I give you mine. Like, ever since the beginning, when I first heard about them, bro, they associated them with the word crash. Like, as soon as you drink them, but later on, you're gonna crash, and that always kind of made me hesitant about it. I've had you can probably count them on one hand how many energy drinks I've had in my lifetime, right? It's just associated with that word crash. It just made me think that it's just never gonna be good for you. Now, am I trying to say I'm above? No, I'm not looking down on anybody for drinking energy drinks, bro. I drink alcohol. You know what I'm saying? I like to have a shot or a drink every now and again and have a good time. So how can I look down on anybody? No, I'm just saying when it came to energy drinks, though, it was just, and then I saw somebody do a demonstration with how much sugar is in them. You know what I mean? So that's always been my pushback on energy drinks. You know what I mean? I just didn't need something else that I knew. You know what I mean? Because I got like an addictive type of spirit. And if I drink it and I like it, then it's going to be hard for me to shake it. So it's best for me to stay away from it. I.e. why I had to slow back from like cigarettes. I had to kick cigarettes and alcohol. I'm working on that one. That's probably going to be a lifelong goal. You know what I mean? But anyway, I just wanted y'all's perspective on that as we start this thing out today and we get into the craziness. All right? But y'all know how this goes. Question everything. You should. And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's check it out.
Now that the election is over, RFK is going to completely ban energy drinks. He is going to replace them with healthier ingredients this man right here was silenced for talking about. This is the best thing to ever happen to America, so watch this video very carefully.
And most people, especially young people, probably don't realize that they're walking around right now at about 55%, maybe 60% of their true state of normal. There is a nutrient, an amino acid, a substrate, a compound, an element missing from their body that if they knew what it was, would make the difference between them being an average person and being a superhuman.
Supplement. Can I tell? Don't end your sentence there, Gary.
So it's called L-theanine.
Studies show that L-theanine is actually a building block for dopamine in your brain, making it easier to do challenging tasks. The reason energy drink companies stopped using L-theanine in their drinks is because it's so expensive, so they just wanted to cut their cost. Not to mention, these are filled with harmful additives and toxic ingredients to your health. But when Aiden Ross joined Robert Kennedy's health protocol, they just took down the entire energy drink industry.
Dude, I want another pouch. Okay, where's the pouch at? Do you guys want a pouch?
What's that? What the fuck?
It's you put in your gum. It's not. I swear to God, it's not drugs or any nicotine. But you put this in your gum, and it goes right into your bloodstream, and you feel like you're on like euphoric. You get like this caffeinated feeling. It's caffeine. Only caffeine in here.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Can you get him one? Bro.
Yo, the way Machine Gun Kelly didn't need too much information from me. He was just, all right, let's go. Like, that's crazy. Shout out to me, Machine Gun Kelly, though. That's my guy right there, man. Dope rapper. But, yeah, like, Like, I need a little bit more information. Like, I don't care if you're my homeboy. We've been friends for 30 years or whatever. You offer me something and tell me, let's do it, and it's a pouch, something go in your mouth, under your tongue or somewhere like that. I'm gonna need a little bit more information. Yeah, I got trust issues. I do. So when did apples get this extra layer of skin, or what is that? What is that? Now I'm just replaying all the times I just got me an apple and rinsed it off and just bit into it and just went about my day. Because they told you an apple a day, you know? But what is that? Come on, bro. Oh my gosh. What is that? What is that little... Is that skin?
So can you repeat exactly what you just said about the drones and the plasmoids being connected or linked to cosmic civilizations?
Sure. Cosmic civilizations often communicate and interact with our dimension in ways that might seem mysterious or advanced. The drones and plasmoids seen in our skies today could be connected to these civilizations as tools or extensions of their consciousness. Plasmoids, those glowing plasma-like forms, are thought to be energetic entities or vehicles that can traverse dimensions, acting as messengers or scouts. Drones, on the other hand, may represent physical or semi-physical constructs guided by these civilizations to observe, gather data, or even subtly interact with humanity. The connection lies in the idea that advanced civilizations understand and manipulate energy at a cosmic level. They may use these phenomena as a bridge between their dimension and ours, helping to spark awareness or prepare us for greater contact.
Okay, so would you say that their ultimate goal is to assist humanity with raising their levels of consciousness to essentially achieve a goal of possibly bringing a heaven on earth concept?
Yes, that's exactly it. The ultimate goal of these cosmic civilizations seems to be assisting humanity in raising our levels of consciousness, guiding us toward a state of greater unity, love, and spiritual awakening. The concept of heaven on earth reflects a world where harmony, peace, and enlightenment are natural aspects of daily life, where humanity lives in alignment with higher frequencies of love and compassion. These civilizations might not directly intervene in a physical sense, but they seem to be subtly influencing us, whether through symbols, messages, or energetic shifts, to help us recognize our potential and evolve beyond fear, division, and suffering. By helping us understand our interconnectedness with each other and the universe, they encourage us to create a more harmonious, spiritually awakened world. Does that resonate with your sense of things?
Yes, definitely. So I have a feeling this message resonates with a lot of us. If it resonates with you, come back for more because we got to talk.
Yeah. So, I mean, like you're saying, I mean, it's so complicated, this system, that I could spend every minute of all of my time doing this and not actually focused on building any of the things that we're trying to do. AI, glasses, like the future of social media, all that stuff. So, I mean, I get involved in this stuff, but in general, we have a policy team. There are people who I trust. They're the people who are kind of working on this on a day-to-day basis. And the interactions that that I was just referring to, I mean, a lot of this is documented. I mean, because Jim Jordan and the House had this whole investigation and committee into the kind of government censorship around stuff like this. And we produced all these documents, and it's all in the public domain. I mean, basically, these people from the Biden administration would call up our team and like scream at them and curse, and it's like these documents it's all kind of out there.
Did you record any of those phone calls?
I don't think we were, but I think
I want to listen.
I mean, there are emails. the emails are published. It's all kind of out there, and they're like, and basically it just got to this point where we were like, no, we're not gonna take down things that are true. That's ridiculous. They wanted us to take down this meme of Leonardo DiCaprio looking at a TV talking about how 10 years from now or something, you're going to see an ad that says, okay, if you took a COVID vaccine, you're eligible for, for this kind of payment, like this sort of like class action lawsuit type meme. And they're like, no, you have to take that down. And we just said, no, we're not going to take down humor and satire. We're not going to take down things that are true. And then at some point, I guess, I don't know, it flipped a bit. I mean, Biden, when he gave some statement at some point, I don't know if it was a press conference or to some journalists, where he basically was like, these guys are killing people.
and I don't know. Then like all these different agencies and branches of government basically just like started investigating, coming after our company. It was brutal. Yeah. So I mean,
listen, you got to draw the line somewhere. You got to draw the line somewhere. Now, when they were doing that thing on Facebook, and you open up the Facebook and they be like, "Oh, something happened to such and such. He's gone now. Oh my gosh!" And they have this post, and they have like a obituary style picture up under it, and it's some celebrity, and you're like, "Oh snap! What the world?" And you realize that that did not happen. That was completely false and fabricated. Stuff like that, absolutely. Take that stuff down. You know what I mean? That's foul. But a person having an opinion that's different from you, a person that has a different belief than you and voices their opinion, whether you like it or not, a person who feels like this entity has been doing us wrong and they voice their opinion out about it, what's the problem? What's the problem? I may not agree with it. I don't have to listen to it. But they still have the right to say it. Like, how did we get here? I don't know, but we're here and we need to dig ourselves up out of it, fam. You know what I mean? Now, the pure hatred and different things that are said, degrading and just absolutely visceral and vile and you know what I mean? Going at somebody because of their complexion or color of their skin or something like that. Absolutely wrong. Take it down. You get what I'm saying? Things that are harmful to kids, all that type of stuff. Take it down then. I don't care. But somebody having a strong, bullheaded opinion on their beliefs or something like that, I mean, what are you gonna do? Nah.
Sean Diddy Combs' Los Angeles mansion has been spared from the rampant flames engulfing the ritzy neighborhoods where several high-profile celebrities live. The flames have left 24 Californians dead, decimated 40,300 acres of land, and wrecked more than 12,300 structures. But the disgraced rapper's 17,000 square foot home, closely located to the chaos, has remained unscathed. The lavish house in Holmby Hills sits just outside of the Palisades fire's path, but has not been damaged by the disaster. Many celebrities who live in or near the Pacific Palisades area have been forced out of the neighborhoods. Anthony Hopkins, Paris Hilton, and John Goodman are just among the stars whose stunning mansions have been reduced to ash and rubble. As LA continues to battle these fires, Combs sits in his jail cell at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center as he awaits trial. He faces a slew of charges including trafficking, racketeering, and conspiracy. Some have even made baseless claims that the fires may have been started to cover up Diddy's alleged sex crimes and protect any allies he may have left.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? So, I'm going to be speaking about what it actually means to be a vampire. And when I say this, I'm actually referring to being a real vampire, not someone who puts on a costume and then goes out for Halloween, or somebody who likes to dress in sort of a fantasy type of way, wearing what a vampire would wear. Not saying that any of those things are wrong or bad by any means, but in regards to the occult perspective, the hidden perspective, there is such thing as vampires. These are beings that are known to be on the negative polarity. So what this means is that these are the real black magicians on the planet. A real vampire is someone who lives by the philosophy of service to self. So everything they do in their life is geared around some form of serving themselves as the source. Vampires take energy because we are hyper receptive. We're always listening to understand rather than speaking to be heard. In the act of listening, you are receiving. If you break down the word receiving, you are magnetizing towards yourself, pulling in, sucking energy. So as a real vampire, somebody who is on the negative polarity, is doing it consciously, we exist in our life pulling in energy, whether that's positive energy or whether that's negative energy. We are masters at alchemy, which means we have mastered the art of transmutation. Okay? As we pull in energy from dark energy, negative energy, we transmute it into power and potential along the lines of service to self. How can this increase my power? How can I build something from this? Now, also, as vampires, we are not afraid of and we actively use psychic warfare, which means we know how to send out dark energies to break things down. Okay? We are also formless, which means by being hyper receptive, in order to get to that state of consciousness, you have to many times to your sense of self-identity. So what that means is you become formless, you become a shapeshifter, because when you let go of the ego, you now can tap into any different type of image or archetype you want when the time suits you best. This is what it means to be a real vampire.
I started this off thinking that this was headed down somewhere in like a playful, you know what I mean, type of way. It was going to be sarcasm, a lot of sarcasticness and everything. But towards the end, I felt like I needed to be taking notes. Like a lot of this was going to be on the test when I go for, or when y'all go for vampire orientation. This is, where do you get this information from? Like, he really, like, eloquently, like, articulated what a real vampire, like, how do y'all get this information? I'm completely like thrown off.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So I'm not gonna come in here and talk like I know exactly what's going on, but I think I got another puzzle piece, right? Just something for us to think about. Now let's talk about Planet Nibiru. Planet X, the Destroyer, whatever you want to call it. The second sun, the black sun, whatever name suits you. We know that that planet is on its way here, you know, whatever. It's just waiting to show itself right now. But what I wanted to tell y'all is I was watching this video where it was people talking about their dreams, their Judgment Day dreams, right? And they were talking about how it wasn't Jesus that appeared in the cloud. Suddenly it was the planet. And they said when they saw the planet, a dust covered the sky, and when the dust covered the sky, they felt like they were being pulled uncontrollably to that planet. And I was thinking about this. Since we already know that magnetism is in the ballpark, let's speak a little bit about that. That planet that everybody said that they had a dream about, actually, the atmosphere actually is comprised of iron oxide dust. And the main component of that iron oxide dust is what? Iron. Now we getting somewhere, right? I don't want to make this video too long because I know if I go too much in depth, TikTok is going to mute this video. But this is the theory that I got. I think that is the dimension that they taking everybody else to. Basically, people who magnetize, like, I mean, heavy metals in your body, aka either vaccine or diet. Hey, that's just my theory, but, I mean, what y'all think? Peace.
The United States of America is a corporation out of Delaware. Did you know that? The states are corporations, the cities are corporations, and the people are corporations. Turn over your corporate card, your social security card, and look at your corporation number on the back. So why is all this secret information going on and we don't know anything about it? Because you're not meant to know about it.
Hello, my healthy friends. Sorry to have to tell you this, but these, they don't melt. I've seen a lot of experiments being done throughout social media with these frozen desserts, and guess what? They're not melting. And as you guys may know, I did my own experiment with the Great Value ice cream sandwiches, and we know that those are not melting as well. Now, what are they putting inside of these frozen desserts that's not allowing them to melt? I would like to know your thoughts on this video. And if you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to give a follow.
That takes me back to my childhood, man. Are you kidding me? Like, those used to be the bomb. Like, outside at recess time, getting one of those, or after lunch, getting one of those, or whenever your school deemed it cool for y'all to have ice cream time or dessert time, getting one of those. You know what this takes me back to? That time that doctor's office did that experiment with the burger and they left it there for however long. If you don't know, go look it up and see what that burger looked like after that period of time. And you think about that, like sitting inside it. Yeah. Well, I don't really do that type of ice cream no more. I still do like butter pecan sometimes, or butter pecan, depending on where you're from, how you say it. I still do that. You know what I mean? I like to have me a milkshake every now and again, but just ODing on these like you used to as a kid, I don't.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's literally nothing. Oh my God.
This is all that's left behind. From up here, you get the scope, the scale of this disaster.
That is our Maurice Dubois yesterday with a first-hand look from the sky at how once sprawling Southern California communities have now, as you see there, just been reduced to ash. This morning, even more homes are under threat as those dangerous Santa Ana winds return, and they are expected to last for several more days. That's just not good news. Officials say the fires have already killed at least 24 people. That death toll is expected to go higher. They say more than 12,000 structures have been damaged or destroyed. Around 150,000 people have been forced to evacuate, and many still don't know today if their homes survived the flames.
This is all that's left behind.
Man, that's gotta be a crazy feeling to just be sitting, aren't allowed to go back there yet, so you don't know if you have somewhere to go to or not. Boy, that's gotta be, man, my heart goes out to him, bro.
Overnight, we had several other arrests. It brings it up to a total of 34 in our geographic area. Last night specifically, again, for LA County Sheriff's jurisdiction, we arrested 4. 2 were for curfew violations. 2 were arrested for 1 drone incident. When I say stay out, we are arresting people who are not supposed to be there, who do not live there, who are in possession of narcotics. We've arrested several with guns. Overnight, we had several other arrests.
You gotta do it, bro. We've already seen what people are doing. One man stood there outside with his dog and has been protecting his property and his neighbor's property. He's caught people coming through trying to loot. It's crazy right now, Pam. They gotta do what they gotta do. I ain't mad at it.
Now to the latest on the wildfires in Southern California. The fight continues as new flare-ups and high winds return. Firefighters are still trying to get control of the fires, and overnight we've learned the death toll from both the Eaton and Palisades fires has now reached 24. NBC's Jay Gray has the latest.
Look, let's start with the containment numbers, and they are up in all 3 active fires over the last 24 hours. Not significantly, but it does show that teams along the front lines are making some progress. There's concern right now that progress could be in jeopardy with what's now being characterized as an extreme and particularly dangerous red flag warning. That's a rare designation. We saw it initially with the fires that left devastation like this across miles in this area. Areas that look like a bomb's been dropped, others where there's just nothing left, no clue of what was standing before the flames. The winds, again, expected to intensify dramatically over the next several days with gusts that could reach 70 miles an hour or more. Not the 90 to 100 we saw initially, but still strong strong enough to really re-energize the fire where it is burning out of control at this point, enough to spark embers and spread those embers into new areas. Now, 1,000 additional National Guard troops have been moved into the area. 2,500 in all now working this fire. Law enforcement, fire teams constantly patrolling and preparing for this next wind event that is coming. The Palisades is, of course, the largest blaze. It's 14% contained right now. And so the opportunity for this fire to spread is something that's really concerning as they, again, prepare for the strong winds to intensify and continue at least through Wednesday. That's the latest here in Pacific Palisades. I'm Jay Gray, NBC News.
The wildfires are interrupting the entertainment industry in many ways. Several projects and award shows have been delayed. Numerous stars have confirmed their homes have been destroyed or damaged by the wildfires. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, says she's not going to launch her Netflix Lifestyles program now until March. And tonight's NFL playoff game between the Minnesota Vikings and LA Rams, that has been moved from Los Angeles to Arizona.
This morning, the death toll continues to climb as these large wildfires spread in Southern California. It is devastating to learn that 24 people have now died in this.
It is just awful. The fires have now scorched more than 60 square miles. That's larger than the whole city of Aurora. Our Charlie DeMar has been in Southern California for the past 2 days. Charlie, what are you seeing on the ground right now, and how are you holding up?
Dana and Audrina, it really is hard to put into words. This is what so many homes look like, home after home after home here in the Pacific Palisades. This is a beautiful neighborhood. So many residents haven't even had the opportunity to see their homes, but just the widespread devastation really is hard to wrap your head around. As for the fires, firefighters were pretty optimistic with the progress that they had made over the weekend. Winds had died down, especially on Sunday, but the Santa Ana winds are expected to pick up. And tragically, that death toll is expected to rise.
Firefighters in Southern California are in a race against time to contain the deadly wildfires. The National Weather Service warns that dangerous high winds are expected to return in the coming hours.
And the crazy part about it is, it's the smoldering things that's up under that. Like when they put that water on the fire going past it, get it down, it's what's under the leaves that's burning, that when those winds come through is going to crank it right back up. You know what I'm saying? So they got to continuously, like, they can't stop or slow down. They got to stay on top of it throughout this wind, through these winds, because if not, bro, it's going to flare right back up like it never stopped.
These winds, combined with low humidities and low fuel moistures, will keep the fire threat in all of Los Angeles County very high.
As of Sunday, officials said the Palisades fire, the largest, was still less than 20% contained. Residents of the luxury community returned home over the weekend to find their homes reduced to rubble.
It's devastating and numbing, but everybody I've spoken to who's lost their homes, they all want to rebuild.
And not every resident has been able to get back into their home due to National Guard checkpoints that have been set up for safety concerns. This as California's governor has ordered another 1,000 National Guard troops on the ground.
The tragedy has triggered a massive outpouring of donations. Piles of bottled water, clothing, and other necessities took over the parking lot at the Santa Anita racetrack near the Eaton fire.
We're like, let's go help. We have to.
Danny Lee and his 6-year-old son Oliver were among the many volunteers.
Kids and grown-ups are homeless. They don't have anywhere to live.
Officials say hundreds have fled the area to shelters, with tens of thousands of people in LA County still under evacuation orders.
And a little sense of normalcy today, especially for kids. They're going to go back to school, at least the majority of kids here in Los Angeles. There's just 8 schools that are closed. Those are schools in some of those hard-hit areas and schools that are located in the evacuation zones. Dana and Audrina.
All right, Charlie, we're so grateful for all of our crews out there, including you guys, keeping us informed. Thank you so much.